All right, welcome to the Postgame show. Blitzball Battle 3. It is presented to you by Shady Rays. Head on over to shadyrays.com. Use the code word warehouse, 40% off your next pair of shades. All right, Team Como in their team debut, a 3-1 winner over McFlurry Power. We wondered whether or not the youngest kids in the competition could handle it when things got a little tight.
Yep.
I thought they did pretty well.
They really adjusted to the speed rule. That's my answers to. They've answered all my questions. That's what I was trying to say, Rosie. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, they answered all my questions. They crushed the speed limit. 69 was not a problem for them. That was the biggest issue I thought they had. The bats are there. They've got some good swings.
They really did. And Caden with the big 2-run double, it gave them the cushion. They end up winning this one 3-1. So it is time right now for our player of the game. And today's Shady Rays player of the game, do you think it's Caden?
I don't know which host she's going to choose.
Oh, okay. We're going to force that on Kelsey to decide. But don't forget, use the code word warehouse to get 40% off your next pair of Shady Rays. You also get early access to the John Boy Media and Shady Rays collab pairs dropping later this year. Jimmy's got a pair. Jake's got a pair. And that's it that's got a pair with the company, but it's still very early in that relationship with Shady Rays. So who is our Shady Rays player of the game? Kelsey Winger?
Well, both of them just looked at each other and gave it to the other one.
That's sweet. See, chemistry.
Caden. I mean, you got to score runs to win a game. He drove in all three of them. Come on now. Caden Sartain, player of the game, game one.
You heard it.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, player of the game. Okay, guys, you heard them talking about the big storyline coming into this game was your adjustment to the rules, especially the speed limit. Up in the booth, they seem to think you guys did a really good job with that. How do you think that this tournament has translated into what you guys are accustomed to playing?
It's a lot different. The crowd's crazy. K-Mac took one deep off me. I got to give him props. It's a lot different. I got to mix up pitches next game, but just got to get the first one out of the way.
Now, Sammy, you had a big strikeout there in the first inning when they had the bases loaded. You got them out. You also had the bases loaded walk to get you guys on the board. How did you feel that you guys were able to stack up today?
I've played a lot of Blitzball, and this is just above and beyond as far as environment and rules and players and people and things that are going on. It's insane. So it's almost a whole different game, but yeah, I was able to, after a couple of adjustments, figure out that speed limit and realize that I was going to have to change a bunch of things up to be able to throw strikes and to win games because it's so much different. You got to adjust to a lot of different things, whether it's the crowd, the rules, or any other thing. But we made the adjustment and pulled out the first one.
And K-Mac on the mound seemed to be messing with you guys a little bit, changing up the delivery, the different leg kicks. You got him good with the double there. What did you see that allowed you to do that?
Well, I was just expecting the screwball the entire time because I know that's his main pitch. He just likes to play those mind games, and we just had to get past that. But he did pretty good on the mound today. We just finally got one in play, which was good. Took the W.
Hey, well, a big win in y'all's Blitzball battle debut here at JM Warehouse. Congratulations on the win, guys. Love the sunglasses. Rosie, Peter, another great game.
Hey, by the way, tell them that they each get to, they can split the remaining $70 that we have in our announcer kitty. Okay.
Wow, they just said you guys get to split the $70 left in the announcer kitty.
No way.
I don't know what we did to deserve that.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, you're welcome. Really thank Jimmy and Jake. They're the ones that came up with the idea.
Hey,
I would have split it with Moylan and myself and Kelsey.
Today, so.
Yeah. All right. Good job, guys. Excellent work as always. Take a look at the updated standings through one regular season game for all 8 squads. Lovey's is at the top of the pack, and you're sitting there saying, well, Rose, you told me about the run differential being the tiebreaker. We actually had to go all the way to the 4th tiebreaker to figure out that they are the number 1 team so far in the standings. That is total base differential. In the meantime, let's take you inside the media room.
First off, I gotta ask, I heard you talking about it in the hallway. How big does the fan interference play in the long run here?
Yeah, the fan interference, we don't know if Kollin would have caught the ball or not, but we won't get a chance to find out. It's disappointing. I don't think they would have scored a run if we make that play. I think it's 1-0 in the bottom of the second right now, but it is what it is. We can't change that, so we just got to get ready to play tomorrow.
Sure. And after the drop ball, it seemed like you guys went into the game going every other, and you're playing to the matchup pitching-wise. Ball drops, and Kollin kept going. Can you talk me through what that strategy was at that point in the game?
Once we got somebody on, we just kind of wanted to just keep it the same, just stay comfortable, not switch so much. It's a little bit easier to do that with nobody on base, so we felt a little bit more comfortable just sticking it out.
Yeah, once a guy got on, we figured, what, after he got the hit, after he got him, or walk or whatever it was, after the drop ball, we were like, what, I'll let him try and get the next guy and see what happens.
And K-Mac, can you walk me through, you start off first pitch homer to start at the top of the second. Can you walk me through that at bat?
Yeah, honestly, I really wasn't that completely locked in yet. First game, it's the first Blitzballs I've seen since the one-inning league. Haven't touched a bat or a ball. But I think it was a good team to face to start off. Never seen them before. I didn't think they had very much. Neither one of them had much pitching. Didn't think they could hit very well. If they can't hit me, then I don't know what you can hit because I can't pitch. But so I thought it was a good game. We just kind of let things get away from ourselves. We walked too many guys. They didn't hit one guy. The one guy hit one ball hard. The other two hits, one didn't even make it to the wall, and one was a jam shot off the side of the wall. We should have won that game pretty easily, in my opinion, but it is what it is, and move on and go tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a chance at them later.
And what is your strategy going into tomorrow, your mindset?
Just got to see who we play first. Once we see who we play, then we can kind of develop a strategy pitching-wise, and hitting will stay the same. I'll lead off, he'll go second, but as far as pitching goes, we'll decide depending on who we're playing.
Great. All right, that's all I got for you. Cool. Thank you, guys. Walk me through the top of the first inning. So K-Mac gets on base twice. You have some base runners to play with. What is your mindset in order to get through that?
Wow, that was nuts. I was telling them I played a lot of blitzball, and nothing compares to that inning right there. For whatever reason, whether it was the crowd screaming, the rules, the crazy batting gloves in front of me, whatever it was, there was so much going on in my head, and I honestly couldn't tell you what I was thinking. I was just thinking, hit the strike. At the end of the day, you just had to hit the strike zone, and that's all I was trying to tunnel my mind towards the strike zone because there was so much going on. But yeah, that was nuts.
So you're saying you've never seen somebody bat in gardening gloves?
Oh, I think it could become a thing, but I would say that that's a first for me. Yeah.
I mean, it worked for K-Mac.
It did.
I'll tell you,
it worked. He went crazy.
Can you speak to K-Mac's homer? And then we'll switch over to
he
the
got into my head. I'm not going to lie. I was nervous as hell coming into this game. And then, the first inning, I was just pumping fastballs. And Sammy was like, it's okay, just keep pumping fastballs. And then K-Mac got a hold of one that second inning. So we'll have to look back on the film, but we'll be good.
Okay, and Sammy, speaking of K-Mac's antics, you and him went back and forth a little bit while you were in the box, at least for one at-bat. Can you walk me through that?
Yeah, if I don't take that stuff, if I take it, I got to give it back. So if you're going to get in my head, I'm going to try to get in your head. If you're going to talk crap to me, I'm going to talk crap to you. I don't just take it. I want to have some fun back, whether it's fun stuff or whatever it is, but I don't want to just sit there and just take it and accept it. So I'm going to have a little fun back with him. But yeah, I tried to pause a couple of times, throw off his timing a little bit, then he did it to me, and so it was just fun. He definitely gets in your head, but it was still fun.
And one thing that McFlurry Power called out in their interview was they said that this game has a drastically different result if there's no fan interference on a certain pop-up. Do you guys have a rebuttal or response to that claim?
If I was said fan, I would have also tried to catch said ball. So I'm not going to dog on him or say good job. I'm just going to say that if I was him, I'd have done the same exact thing.
We can't take away the fun of the game. We got to have the fans in the game, and they were having fun.
Hey, look, it worked in our favor, but I would have done the same thing. So,
By the way, do we know who it was that tried to do that?
I don't know, but
it was Lucas.
Thank you. Thank you, Lucas.
Appreciate you, Lucas. But
no difference on the outcome of the game.
No.
If they make that catch, we get in a different mindset. We're in a whole different mindset. We try harder. We throw different pitches. We have a different approach at the plate. It's not that I don't think the result changes.
What is done is done.
It is.
I have one more for you. You hit a double.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah,
big bat flip.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have a problem bat flipping.
There's a bad problem.
Every single time I get a hold of the ball, the bat's flying.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, he'll hit a droop single, and the bat's gone. A different area code.
No disrespect. No disrespect towards the other team.
He just. I get pissed off when he does it to me because I've thrown pitches to him and he'll hit a single and throw the bat into Narnia, and you're like, but it's not disrespectful. It literally, he's been playing for 7 years, and every time he makes solid contact, that bat is not coming back. So no disrespect. It
Two runs still got the runs.
Yeah, runs were there. The runs were there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, going into tomorrow, what changes your mindset? Are you different strategy, anything? Or you're just rolling out the same thing?
Well, I would say the mindset will change on its own because we were not ready for whatever was going to happen in our heads today. And I can tell you that because I threw 73 miles an hour on multiple pitches in a row where I could have swore out of the hand it was 50. And it's just adrenaline and things are going on in your head, and you have to get used to all of that happening at once. And now that we've experienced that once, I think the mindset will change on its own tomorrow. We'll be more comfortable. We'll be more ready. We'll just be more confident. So I think it'll change on its own.
Cool. That's all I got for you.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I got to tell you, Team Como, what a great attitude these kids have, right? They're awesome.
Yeah, and it's been so cool in our post-game interview down on the field and even in the press conference, which you guys heard, just how complimentary they were about the crowd here. You know, they said, we've played a lot of blitzball, but it gets so exciting in this warehouse, and they really, really fed into that energy.
Oh, there's no question. I love it what Sammy said. He's like, listen, if you're going to talk shit to me, I'm coming back to you. So that they're going to fit in perfectly in here, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what he said. They just started messing back and forth because we know how K-Mac is in these games, and he was messing with them so much, and he's feeding it right back to them, and that is how we know that they're going to fit in with this John Boy culture.
So we were certainly impressed with the kids from the University of Missouri. I don't think the same can be said for K-Mac and Colin Stone. I mean, they weren't exactly throwing a bouquet of flowers in their direction.
I know. I was so surprised. K-Mac in that press conference saying that Team Como essentially had nothing. They couldn't hit. They couldn't pitch. He was like, if they were hitting off of me, then anybody can hit off of me. And he said, we should have easily won that game.
Right.
Not much respect.
None.
Which is a strategy we've seen from K-Mac before in these tournaments, but not much respect for the opponent after losing to them from Kyle MacDonald.
So 4 regular season games are down, 4 more still to go before we hit the postseason party. Let's check out the remaining schedule. And we've got 4 amazing games coming your way, starting off with a pair of unbeatens in Lovias against We Got Ice. Hook, line, sinkers, McFlurry Power both trying to crack into the win column. How about the 2-time defending champion Forgotten Rotten taking on the newcomers in Como? And is it possible Baggage and Pinstripe Strong will be playing for their playoff lives? They are each 0-1. Oh, we've got 4 great games. We cannot wait to bring them to you, right?
Yeah, and the 4 today were really good as well.
They were unbelievable so far. The action is unreal. People are winning money. We're throwing money from up here in the broadcast booth. And Kelsey's working on catching the money. Don't worry.
0 for 2 so
Come
far.
on now. If you catch it, maybe we'll throw you more. If you catch it, then you will have earned the money.
I was ready for the 10 to Kollin.
So just keep working
I was
at
ready for it.
Okay. We will see you next time here. Blitzball Battle 3 presented to you by our friends at Shady Rays. All right. Great first day, everybody. Really, really good.